and more you don't become alone with yourself, the more and more you realize that the reality that you're living, it's fake. Trust me when I tell you this. It is fake. It is not real. You have to become alone. You have to face the things that you didn't want to face about yourself. It's a hard journey. It's never gonna be easy. It's not supposed to be easy because solitude breeds winning mentality. Solitude breeds positive and effective mentality. You know, the more and more you become alone, the more and more you start to understand that I actually have to do this by the end of the day, whether I like it or not. That comes with solitude. But the more you occupy yourself with the group of people, the more you start to become distant from your own self. Because now you're trying to fit in into the new group, you're trying to fit in into the new society, you're trying to adapt to their ways and their thinking. When the only thing you have to do is to be with yourself. You know, you have to become more and more and more alone with yourself to understand yourself more. You need to understand yourself more. If you don't understand yourself more, then how do you expect to understand the world? And that is why majority of the time you find people saying, you know, why did this happen to me? I don't understand how this happened. It's because they don't understand themselves. Everything that happens to you is not by mistake. It's not by miracle, it's not by blessing, it's not by anything. It's not by curse. It was meant to be. And for you to understand the things that are coming your way, you must understand yourself deeply. You must understand yourself beyond. You must understand yourself spiritually. You must understand yourself physically, emotionally, mentally. You must understand yourself to the core. You know, because that's where you start to understand the universe and how it operates. Because the universe, it's you. You are the universe. Nothing more to it. Marcus Aurelius said that to become a virtuous person, first you must learn to go within. You must learn to become more settled with your own self. Before you start trying to change the world and everything, start to change yourself within. Start to understand you and go deeper and deeper and deeper. Because to understand yourself, it's not only just surface level things, you know. It's a rabbit hole to it. There's a rabbit hole to it. You must go within. You must go to the parts, to the dark parts of your mind, to the, you know, good parts of your mind, to every corner of yourself. Because every corner of yourself are the four corners of the universe. Every corner of yourself are the four changing seasons. Every corner of yourself, it's simply day and night. It's simply the sun rising and the sun setting. That is you. But you won't understand those things when you don't go into solitude. You don't understand those things when you don't sit with yourself, when you don't meditate, or when you don't pray, or whatever that you feel like you have to do, whatever ritual that you feel you have to do to feel close to yourself. Do it. If you feel like prayer works for you, pray. If you feel like meditating works for you, meditate. If you feel like affirmations and speaking, you know, to yourself works for you, do it. Do whatever ritual that you have to do to feel close to yourself. Do whatever is necessary to feel close to yourself, to remind yourself where you are. because this world, it's so vile to a point that you can get lost easily. You know, be in touch with yourself more and more and more and more. Go deep. Go deep. People have to think that you are crazy. People have to think that you've lost your mind. And if people, they don't see that about you, something is wrong about you. Something is wrong about you. You have to go within. You think you know yourself. You don't. I don't know myself either, but I'm going within. I'm tapping into the parts of my mind that I don't know. I'm trying to understand myself also. I'm trying to understand what is to be a human being, because I believe that we are spirits, you know. We are spirits experiencing what is to be a human being. That's what I feel like. And it's not easy to be a human being, because now you are constantly attacked by things that you don't also understand. You have various emotions about things. You get confused, you feel like you're lost, you do this, you do that. Like, a human being is so complex to a point that what we know, it happens to be surface level things, you know. And for me, I feel like it's a project, and it's a project that I have to study, that I have to understand what is to be a human being. What is a human being? We simply don't know. You know, we simply don't know. But for me to know, I still have to preserve, you know, this body. I still have to take care of this body. I still have to take care of its mental health. I still have to take care of its emotions. I still have to take care of the soul that it, you know, that it holds inside. I still have to protect everything, to understand it, to broaden up my project, to have a larger perspective about my project. Because I don't believe we are here just to be born, eat, sleep, and depart from this world. There is more to it. That is why we have art. That is why we have music. That is why we have books, literature, and all of these things. It's because you feel more of yourself when you like this particular song. You feel more of yourself when you like reading this book. You feel more of yourself when you watch this art, when you watch this movie. It's because you are expanding and you are getting to know more of what this tangible being is, you know, what emotions it holds inside. But those things, they don't happen if you don't go into solitude. Those things, they don't happen if you don't choose to isolate yourself from the world. Because the world, it's only here to distract you from yourself. From yourself. Whoever is trying to control us, I don't know who it is, but whoever is trying to control us, or whoever is maybe trying to, you know, change this, how we view the world, their only goal, I believe that their only goal is to make sure that you don't understand yourself, that you don't understand the power that you hold as a human being. Because a human being has a huge amount of, you know, a huge amount of power that I've experienced, a huge amount of potential, a huge amount of intelligence and everything. But people, or whatever people who they are, I feel like they need to hold you down so you can never fully experience yourself. Because when you fully experience yourself, you become a weapon against them. You become a threat against them. And now they know that you can no longer be controlled. You become dangerous when you understand yourself. because no one can penetrate you. You become immune to the external things. You become immune to the BS that the world tries to throw at you. But that only works when you go into solitude. That only works if you understand yourself. And understanding yourself is not only understanding your hobbies and what they mean. It's deeper. It's deeper. It's not understanding why you go through certain emotions. It's deeper. The books that I read, when you hear that Alexander the Great was ambitious and he wanted to conquer the whole world and he understood himself to the highest form. He saw himself to the highest form. To the highest form. To say, I know that I have this amount of potential and this amount of power, and I know I can do a huge change. I can impact the world at a larger scale only if I understand myself more. Because there's a line that Denzel Washington said, and it hit me deep. He said, there are 3 stages that us as people we go through, or us as human beings we go through. The first stage, it's you learn, right? The second stage, it's you earn. The third stage, or the final stage, is that you give or you return. That's what simply happens. You're going to go through the process of learning more about yourself, and you're not going to get nothing from it. The only thing that you're going to get is the power and the understanding and the broader perspective about yourself. And from that point on, when you fully understood yourself, then you'll start to earn more from yourself, by yourself. And then from that point on, you'd have to return yourself. You'd have to give out yourself back to where you came from. Though I understand his analogy might be somehow at a different perspective about money and success, but I use it in my own perspective to say, you go through a process of learning about yourself, and then you're going to earn more for yourself, and then finally you're going to return yourself from the source, or from the deity that you believe in. Maybe God, it may be the universe, it may be Buddha, it may be whoever it may be. Then you're going to return yourself. And those are the 3 stages that a human being goes through. And I personally believe so. I personally believe so. So we have to go into solitude to learn more about yourself, to understand yourself, to understand how can you impact the world. Or you don't always have to impact the world also. Sometimes it's how you can impact yourself. It's the things that you can do for yourself that make you become the highest form of yourself. And when you become the highest form of yourself, that's when you start to earn for yourself. That's when you start to get the blessings that you feel like those things are blessings. That's when you start to get, things that you didn't believe you could get. Things that you were trying to manifest for a very long time. That's when you start getting them. You earn them now. And after earning all of those things that you wanted, then you will depart. Then you will return yourself to the source. Then you'll return yourself to the soil. Ashes to ashes.